Rowan Atkinson has a habit of finding whoever is in charge of the room and quietly taking the job off them. He never announces it. Half the time, the presenter does not work out that he has lost control of his own interview until it is far too late.
No, but what's your name? Tell us your name.
Oh, Bean.
And your first name?
Mister.
And what do you do for a living?
Well, I don't go around asking people personal questions.
Being recognized is supposed to be the reward for all that work. Rowan has found that people who recognize him tend to stop thinking clearly, and a bank teller once proved it while holding his autograph in her hand.
Obviously, you must get recognized all over the place in England, because your show is number one.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes when people meet you, they behave very strangely. You know, they're desperately trying to behave in a perfectly normal fashion, but they're so distracted by the fact that they recognize you. And bank tellers, last year I went into a bank to cash a check, and I handed over the check, and she said thank you, and she said, "Oh, Mr. Atkinson, I'm such an admirer of your work. Could you sign this piece of paper for my daughter?" So I signed the piece of paper and I handed it back, and she took it back, she put it on one side, and she looked at my check and she said, "Now, do you have any means of identification?" And you think, well...
An interviewer's job starts before the first question. Sit the guest down, get him comfortable, get the promo recorded. Rowan has never made any of that easy.
Really good, thank you. This side or this side?
Right, how do you want to sit down?
No, I'll get behind you.
I see, I just sit here and
you
do
don't
nothing.
have to do anything.
Okay.
Coming up on Sunrise this morning, we meet the lovely Mr. Rowan Atkinson. We talk about Mr. Bean's holiday, and all you have to say is, if you miss it, you miss out. Simple as that. You ready?
Right, okay.
I'm good at this.
Good, okay. How interesting.
Morning, Neil Sean here on Sunrise. A man who needs no introduction, Mr. Rowan Atkinson, and we talk about Mr. Bean's holiday. Remember though, Rowan?
Oh, sorry?
If you miss it, you miss out.
Do you mind doing that again?
Yeah, okay. Morning, Neil Sean here on Sunrise. This morning we meet Mr. Rowan Atkinson and we talk all about Mr. Bean's holiday. Remember though, Rowan?
What?
If you miss it, you miss out.
Oh, yes.
Don't miss Rowan Atkinson on Sunrise this morning.
I did a movie quite a while ago called Mr. Bean's Holiday. Oh, yes. In which Mr. Bean...
You're so casual about that. I did a film called Mr. Bean's
Holiday.
Wow.
Well, does he look like an even bigger knob if he said, "Oh, well, of course you all know Mr. Bean's holiday"? You know,
Yeah, exactly.
so it's
I'm trying to reduce my knob quotient.
Actors take direction from all sorts of places. A good director, a script, years of training. Rowan once took his from his wife, who happened to be standing on the set that day and had a note.
I did a credit card commercial in New York a few years ago, and it was a story in which I had to play a bungling British secret agent. And there's this beautiful woman gets out of a limo in the middle of New York, and he sees her. And this scene was when I had to look at her as if I'd just fallen in love with her. Right. And the director said, "Just imagine that you've just seen your wife for the first time." And my wife happened to be on set at the time. And she said, no, that won't work. Tell him to look at her as if she's his new Aston Martin.
Oh, well,
and then it'll work.
Oh, that'll work.
And she was right. In fact, it inspired me no end. I looked at her like no woman has ever been looked at.
Really? Can you give us that look? I'm curious.
Yeah. Can I do it?
Look at the women melting. Look at that. It's just,
There is a question every talk show asks a famous man, and it is usually the easiest one of the night. Rowan answered it by working backwards through his own family tree.
The thing I find most tricky is when people don't recognize you particularly, but half recognize you. So anyway, I was standing around with a group of guys, and I could see this guy doing that. And he came up to me after a while, and he said, "Excuse me, has anyone ever told you that you're the absolute spitting image of that Mr. Bean?" And I said, "Well, actually, I am the actor who plays Mr. Bean." And he said, "I bet you wish you were."
Rowan turned up at a Formula One weekend as somebody's guest, and he was determined that the entire paddock should know exactly whose guest he was.
What would Mr. Bean reckon to all of this Formula One malarkey?
Yeah. Well, he would enjoy it very much because Because he's a car enthusiast, as you know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had some magnificent cars, didn't he?
Cars, then he'd enjoy it. But anyway, it's fantastic to be here. I'm a guest of George Russell, which is, it wasn't planned for me to be here on a weekend, when he got pole, but here we are.
Rowan Atkinson name dropping. Whatever next?
Oh, I know. I'm here as a matter of fact, as a guest of George Russell. So.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's how privileged I am.
I was based actually on a visit, on a holiday in Venice that I had in 1985, quite a long time ago. Wouldn't it be fun, because I had already started exploring just doing purely visual comedy. I'd explored it on stage, and I was interested in trying to put visual comedy through the character of Mr. Bean on TV. And so that's where it started. Well, the first ones we did were in 1988, 89, and then it sort of grew from there, and now we've got this...
Weird, it's like it's got its own life.
Good morning. You want to have a taste of this? Oh, you'll love it. It's really good. Huh? Good, eh? Oh. I don't think
Very nice, Brian.
He doesn't like it.
I like it, Brian.
Most actors will not do the character on demand. It is beneath them, or the moment is wrong, or they simply say no. Ask Rowan, and he stands up and does it.
Give us a little of Mr. Bean shaving. I don't want to put you on the spot here.
Yes. Yes, okay. Yeah, it's in the movie. This is how Mr. Bean shaves. Okay, ready? One shave.
I want to cover all bases.
Do you remember that night? Yes, I certainly remember the night. It was a one-off. It was a one-night review, and I was asked if I wanted to do something, and I couldn't think of anything, and just stood in front of a mirror, to be honest, and I just started pulling faces, I mean, for want of a better term, and I just sort of, was doing this. And then there was this idea of having a card. Have you got anything that I could...
Him, I'm just going to...
Anyway, it was something like that. Sometimes speculate about where I'd be now if I hadn't, decided to take that plunge and write to those agents and take it seriously. And whether I'd be, in some small research laboratory near Swindon doing amateur dramatics every 3 months. And I'm sure I would be enjoying it greatly.
Mr. Bean has spent entire films walking off with things that do not belong to him. So there is something very satisfying about a host who turns up holding Rowan's own diary. He gets as far as page 1 before he finds something worth reading out loud.
I found this one. I believe it's your diary, right?
That's my diary.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? It says here on page 1, if I have been silly enough to mislay this diary, please return it to Mr. Bean. And P.S., a £5 reward would certainly not be out of the question. You owe me £5 if you want it. No.
Devil, good evening. But you can call me Toby, if you like. We try to keep things informal here, as well as infernal. That's just my little joke. Now, you're all here for eternity, which I hardly need tell you is a heck of a long time. But I'm sure you'll all get to know each other pretty well by the end. But for now, I'm going to have to divide you up into groups. If that's okay. Can you hear me at the rack? Well, if you'd stop screaming, that would help. Okay, now, murderers. Murderers. Over here, please. Thank you very much indeed. Looters and pillagers, over here, please. Thieves, if you could join us. And lawyers, you're in that. You'd like to come down there. Thank you very much. Yes, there's plenty of room. If the hedge fund managers would just move along a tiny bit.
How did your flight go?
Oh, it was fine, thank you.
Good. What brings you to Copenhagen?
Well, got a bit of a squeaky chair.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Mind if we swap? Come on, oh dear, I seem to be stuck. No, just joking. All right, I'll sit here.
Oh.
You've got some very squeaky chairs in here.
Well, I'll. Could we get another chair,
We
please?
have another chair, please.
Yes. Is that all right?
Well, it's a bit pathetic, actually, but I suppose it'll have to do. Actually, it's quite nice in its own.
Somewhere in England, there is a man who still believes he once met somebody who looked a bit like Rowan Atkinson. There is plenty more of this on the channel. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and we will keep finding it for you.